It's not about the sharp jawline or the perfectly styled hair. It's not about the designer clothes or the impressive job title. The most magnetic thing a person can offer isn't something you can see at all. It's something you feel. It's emotional safety. Think about the last time you were with someone who made you feel completely at ease. Not the kind of ease that comes from shallow charm or flattery, but the kind that settles deep in your bones. Kind where you don't second-guess your words, where you don't shrink to fit their expectations, where you don't brace for judgment. That's rare. That's powerful. Emotional safety is the quiet foundation of every thriving relationship. It's the unspoken promise that says, you can be messy here. You can be real here. You won't be punished for your honesty. The myth of surface-level attraction. We're taught to chase the obvious markers of attraction: physical beauty, social status, confidence. And sure, those things catch our attention. But they don't keep it. Not in the way that matters. I once knew a woman who dated a man who looked like he'd stepped out of a magazine. Chiseled features, always impeccably dressed. But behind closed doors, he was brittle. A stray comment could set him off. She found herself tiptoeing around his moods, editing herself to keep the peace. The initial spark faded fast, replaced by exhaustion. Then she met someone else. Not as polished, not as conventionally striking. But with him, she could breathe. She could say the wrong thing and laugh about it. She could have a bad day and not fear it would be weaponized. That was the difference. What emotional safety actually feels like. It's not about never arguing or always agreeing. It's about knowing that even in disagreement, you're still on the same team. It's the way they listen without rushing to fix you. It's the absence of that tightness in your chest when you share something vulnerable. It's the trust that if you stumble, their first instinct won't be to judge, it'll be to steady you. A friend once told me about the moment he knew he loved his partner. He'd had a brutal day at work, came home in a foul mood, snapped over something trivial. Instead of snapping back or withdrawing, she handed him a cup of tea and said, "You've had a day, huh?" No guilt tripping. No drama. Just space for him to be human. That was the moment he felt it, the deep, settling certainty that this was where he belonged. Why we crave it more than we realize. Humans are wired for connection, but not just any connection, secure connection. We can spend years chasing chemistry, passion, excitement, only to find that without emotional safety, those things burn out like fireworks. Bright, dazzling, then gone. The relationships that last aren't the ones with the most drama or the grandest gestures. They're the ones where both people feel free to be exactly who they are. No masks. No performances. I think of my grandparents, married for 6 decades. When you asked them the secret, they never said it was about never fighting or always being happy. They said it was about knowing the other person would stay. Through bad moods, through mistakes, through life's inevitable storms. That kind of security is what lets love deepen instead of fray. How to build it and why it's worth it. Emotional safety isn't something you stumble into by accident. It's built choice by choice, day by day. You prioritize consistency over intensity. Big romantic speeches mean little if the everyday tone is unpredictable. You replace criticism with curiosity. Instead of, "Why would you do that?" try, "Help me understand." You protect the trust. That means no mocking vulnerabilities, no using their insecurities against them, no silent treatments as punishment. And when you're the one offering that safety, you'll notice something. People relax around you. They open up in ways they don't with others. They choose you not out of desperation or obligation, but because being with you feels like coming home. Quiet power of being a safe place. There's a strength in softness. In a world that often rewards sharp edges, being someone's safe harbor is a rare kind of power. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. So the next time you wonder what makes someone truly attractive, look beyond the surface. The most captivating people aren't the ones who demand attention. They're the ones who give you the freedom to be yourself. And if you find someone who does that for you, hold on to them. That's the real thing. That's where love grows.